Lord Jesus Christ, please, 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 awaken heaven. Why this is so bad. Satan is blocking it. Please. So it began with Jim Carrey, Michael Jackson, Ed Sheeran, and my Mexican dad let me go by age 10. Craigslist came out. It was already done. They all wanted Jezebel. Then I was just bullied, had lots of magic and demons on me. Until my first boyfriend, David Fox, did a hot tub, which immediately could fire because of his jealousy. And me going with David Hernandez after he broke up with me. He's also Heath. After that, yeah, Kyle Ball go behind my head during class for a whole term. We know how much power he has. I can only imagine what he did to my mind. Well, at that time, my dad had Satan in him doing magic, black magic, dark magic. All my friends were Jezebel doing the same thing, trying to influence me as well. I didn't wake up, of course, until after the hot tub. Then I was confused, being gaslit, attacked more. Then Marcos Josablanco comes with Kevin Laughlin and Chris Korn. Chris Korn says no. Marcos sets up the suicide, has me watch the movie Slave. Right after that, the suicide happened, which was planned. That gives me to Kevin Laughlin, who's Tupac, knowing he was going to destroy me. Takes my dad away on Thanksgiving. And hangs out with Raquel, which and doesn't give a crap, because he already has the approval of the Mexican. Josiah, everybody, he came after the hot tub. He knew what timing to come. Slithery. Sad, pathetic, how he did it. And all I did was give him a place to live. And after that, just attacked everywhere I went, made every wrong move. Kevin Laughlin had control of me. Marcos made me marry him. So, of course, he gave me pretend visions and dreams, everything to push my dad away. Make me think he was Satan, did certain things to me. Then, every job I had, every place I lived was to destroy me. In Portland, being with Judith, that was a big one for a year. Another version of Jim Carrey, all she did was touch her tablet and wiggle her fingers, as well as saying through my dad did the same thing. We know how that influences somebody heavily and puts certain choices, entices them, confuses them. Then I didn't take the house because I didn't want to be greedy. That was my way out of Portland. I meet Michael after he does a bunch of miracles. Of course, part of him, Marcos, and the Mexican already said no and gave me to Tupac, so I meet Tupac, who's there to destroy me. John Michael, a part of him already said no. Josiah was on board, called me after 2 years, the day that I was there. Well, the phone goes beep beep, beep beep. Good cover up. It's a game of cover up, and that's it. I'm confused because I don't know there's different spirits, and I'm there to meet the one that I was in love with, the calm one, who I could tell was holy. Instead, I meet the one who basically does meth instead of marijuana, if you know what I mean. Lilith insane. Were there sent to destroy me. I stick with it as a good wife, trying, making up every excuse, having grace. He just keeps throwing dance moves, taking everything spiritually, rewriting my story in the air, putting magic and demons and everything, influencing me to smoke and drink continually, isolating me, trying to keep me away from my dad, but couldn't keep me away from him. I kept calling him. I couldn't go to New Mexico because Grandma said my dog barks at the cats, which is true, but get over it. She could have saved me, but chose not to. My dad was drinking, I was drinking, he didn't let me know, or else I know myself I would have been on that airplane and would have slept outside if I needed to. Michael was my dad. For a bit, pissed off I didn't take the house, cut my wings, took my armor and hedge when he was drunk. Tried to take him out of Portland, he wouldn't go. He was my only way out. Everybody else already said no. He was sad about it, but he was stern. He was never going to change his mind. He wanted Sarah Jezebel since the beginning. Him as David Hernandez already talked about elevators and rock bottom. Since the pure version of him left, it was already done. He just needed the hot tub's approval. The African was Tiana's friend, and Samuel Harris, and Brandon King, and he already said no one, of which he's easy. So did the Mexican. He's very humble, but very passive, and doesn't like social uncomfortability. And you must speak Spanish, so he already said no a while back, by like age 10. I meet Michael. It takes my dad forever to get his house built. It was only supposed to take 2 to 3 months. In that time, he destroys me, opens up my thoughts, takes my heart, everything spiritually. Nobody wakes me up, no matter who we come in contact with. Nobody. Even Aaron was there at the Ashland campground. He didn't care. Nobody cared. They just kept giving me flowers, doing the rituals. The spirits of Michael keep changing. Once it's Marcos, then it's Johnny Depp, then it's my dad, then it's Kevin Laughlin, then it's Lilith. He's just yelling at me, blaming me, making me look bad, knowing it's a TV show. I have no idea, and he's good at that, just like Buddha. He'll magnify anything, make you look like shit, make himself look good. That's his technique. Bringing up the past. It's annoying, psychological abuse, but that's how a narcissist does it. It's all about making himself look good and making you look bad. All I do is put stickers on stuff. When he knew I did way more than that. When all he does is smoke and drink and make videos. That mostly have demons in it. And they're mostly lies. No, there's no Satan. No, you're saying look in the mirror. No, there's no hell. I leave. The moment I leave, there's Barry, Mr. Ed Sheeran, taking point that right when I was going to leave Ashland, he's Michael on TikTok and made a video saying stay with Michael, he's God, which was a lie. He just told me that because I trusted him. And then did a mind-to-mind transmission. Obviously, you know he wants me to destroy Michael, so what is a mind-to-mind transmission? Of course he's going to control my thoughts to make him bad. He's part of the Suicide Squad. He doesn't want to help me. So then here comes Barry. He stares at the wall for an hour, pretending he lost a bottle of pills. Draws a picture, says, I'm Jezebel. Then I go to Peninsula Park. My husband gives me the Greg, says delete her, she doesn't sing or dance. Then I run for my life, get gang stalked everywhere I go. Go back to Michael. He finishes me off, opens up my thoughts, finds a mind, takes more things. Puts dirt on me, says take a shower. It is done. I see demons outside of his door. I'm scared to death. I tell him I'm divorcing him because he's not turning out the scaler. He takes off his ring. That's the last time I see the good Michael. I already waited months. He didn't turn out the scaler. I couldn't trust him. I come back. It's not the Michael I want. It's the one who wants to take me to hell, who just cares about a car. Here comes Aaron, because now he has the approval of the Mexican, and Barry. He pretends to save me. It's a big act. He does 2 heating cooling trucks, doesn't give a shit. It's a Mexican sandwich to his son. Then I run for my life with my dog with pain on my head. Dying of scalar energy. Everybody hearing my thought. Angels come, all they do is judge me on my thoughts. Nobody helps me. I get sicker and sicker every day. I can't run anywhere. I can't sleep in my car or go to a hotel. Speaking of hotels, that's when I lose my dad. And that's when it's officially done. That was the one boat they needed. I'm turning blind and getting monkeypox. My husband could give a shit. And then Michael makes a video, ever been to hell? I just knew in my heart it was done. That's the only boat they needed, which was Steve. My original dad, Marcos, took on Thanksgiving because he just loves so much. No, he's slithery. What he did was wrong. He broke up love for his own benefit. He also put his hand on top of mine, and it felt like an evil, dark energy. Whatever that meant, heaven knows what he did. I also had my grandma Lola always stare out the window and not even blink, and we know what that means, for like an hour at a time. So Michael was already on his side, so everything she did went through. My grandpa already talked about, put on me about 20 times when we got in the car. So Mike already talked about the hanging of the dog story. Since I was 10 years old, they already knew I lost the little kitty cat of mine. My mom pretended not to like black people for 2 years working with Josiah. Everybody already wanted my Aunt Jeannie and all the evil witches. Before that, I go to California and wake up, and that's when I start losing every vote and people start pretending to die. Everybody's on my dad's side, more and more and more and more and more of everything he's gonna do. And he pretends to be having brain cancer and all the things he wants to do to me. You know this story, play victim. So when it happens to us, they don't look guilty. So then I run for my life after I leave Michael. And I get gang stalked. And I lose votes. I go back to him. He takes my things spiritually. And I lose votes every YouTube video he plays. He psychologically abuses me, hits me, hurts me spiritually. I don't understand what happened to my pure Michael who liked God and Christian music. Now this one can't even stand it. All he does is angry rap and war. I have nowhere to go. Everybody's watching my life like a TV show. I'm completely on Michael's side, especially after Aaron said, yes, you could take your shame and pain, Michael. You could do whatever you want. Now every place I live is a ritual with angels. They're so sweet. But they're not allowed to help me unless I'm not sick, which makes still no sense to me. I could sit there and read the Bible all day, which I did. If I don't have my heart, my arm, and my hedge, and I have the mark of the beast, the thoughts aren't going to change. Nobody knows what I've been through. All they know is the pain. They'll talk about butts. They'll talk about guns. They'll touch their head. That's what they know. They don't know anything else. No matter what actions I have or words I have, they judge your thoughts. Michael starts putting out all of his celebrities from Messi to Elvis to a Bob Marley movie to Billy the Kid series, and everybody just loves him because he's a celebrity. Right after he divorces me, I hear Jonah outside the window. Nope, we're going to replace her. She made a covenant. Of course, he doesn't let heaven know that, so they think he's like trying to save me. I stay alive just to get votes. While the mind gets darker and darker, they add more pain for every thought on earth and in hell. Every vote goes to Jezebel. While her thoughts and actions are covered. Wicked comes out. She's a good witch. Beyonce, all the witches who are supposed to be going to jail for adrenochrome and all the evil are prospering, having their children. With their thoughts shielded, their evil forgiven, having grace. All the guys now have been trained by Michael to just like lingerie and high heels. And Lilith and Michael. All the witches are continually attacking me, trying to take my crown. Now they want Michael after I have him when we were in love. If you recall, David Fox pretended all of a sudden to like pirates and rock climbing after the hot tub, so you know he already knew. 100%. And I have to hear about suicide for like 13 years. Like I murdered him or something like that when it was his choice, but picked a very sensitive subject, of course. And my dad sets up the Paw Patrol scenario, so then I have to see that around the world. And my dad dies, my only way out. Everybody's on his side because I saw it around the world because I said one thing that I regret and didn't mean. People say it all day, but not me. It has to be around the world. Everybody thinks I'm just such a bad daughter. I refuse all of his money, everything, be homeless. I don't even care. I'm just trying to grieve because now I'm away from Michael and I could kind of breathe, but not really. It's one foot out to the next, being attacked 24/7. I'm in pain. My dog has scalar energy on her. Nobody's helping us. They're just showing me miracles of orbs and light on the wall, but there's no help. Well, we got you an apartment, but there's no help no matter what I do. My mind's going insane. The good Michael happens when I'm at Columbia Heights, and he says no through a video and gives me a glass of diamond rose. Felix comes behind my head after MLK and the Mexican dress up like Johnny Depp. He locks it up and then says, "Sorry, God." Then after that, here comes the N-word. Everybody's angry at me. Here comes like just loads of freaking attack. They start threatening me with a gun. Everybody's listening to my thoughts for like a mile radius. And only me. Nobody's helping me. Nobody cares. They just care about the thought in the moment. No matter how nice I am. They don't even want me to have money. If I have any money, they put $1,000 around the road and act like I'm Kim Kardashian. I can't go anywhere. I can't have a job. Nothing without it being votes, 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 votes. The angels are mad. They're annoyed. They're sad. They're disgusted. I'm being shamed. I already have like 7 pebbles of shame. Aaron is everywhere. Behind my head, doing magic to me at every big vote. I leave, go to New Mexico. Little did I know that was the worst place to go. After I'm trying to get safe with my dog because I know they know where I live and they said they're going to shoot me. Little did I know John Michael is part of Michael. He's my husband. He says no. Here comes Aaron, throws a star on the ground, gives me mushrooms, and laughs and says it's just magic. While wearing a messy shirt. I hear Jim Michael saying, "Oh, we're going to make it really hot," then starts speaking in Spanish. Clima es muy caliente. Thinking I can't understand. Acting like I'm spying on them when I'm just in the garage and the screen door is open, not the actual door. And Kevin Hart's there putting light on the wall, acting like I have a chance. Michael's dad, Solomon. Jonah's not there. At all. He was part of Aaron. The one who came with the dog at the end with Michael. When I think about it, he was there in like middle school and all the summer camps just holding on to drumsticks. He already knew. Like he said, it's like it's not like I didn't see beginning to end. So basically everybody let me go once Marcos had the power to give me to Tupac, who destroyed me. By age 21 it was done. Then everything pulled me away from my dad, gave me visions and miracles and things that I thought like happened. Like the rape and like he wanted to shoot me. That's why he can't let it go. He's using it as weapons and wants to rape me and wants to shoot me. That's the thing about my dad. He'll use it as a weapon, make me look bad, and then implement it later to have that as a reasoning. And I have grace. I can never do that to my own daughter. He thought I did it eventually or something he doesn't understand. By that time, I was already owned by Tupac, and he was able to give me visions and miracles just like Michael. I'm losing everybody I love. I'm trying to do the big points here why it's so bad. The African puts the belt on the table, shakes, and says, "Are you dizzy?" I'm pretty sure that was Samuel Harris. I have one of the biggest votes ever. My dad, Steve, which is my only way out. My mind's a mess. He makes me a torture shed, puts his hands on his hip, and shakes his head. The most detrimental time ever. Everybody's on my dog mom Jezebel's side, thinking I'm just evil. Everybody could hear my thoughts through the radio, through YouTube, through a movie. Everywhere just shows you my thoughts, and you can't control them at this point, no matter what I do. Then right after that, I go to Solomon. Oh wait, no, right after that, I go in Orlando, and Jonah come together. Jonah touches Long Way from Home. Then I go to Solomon's, who is Michael's dad. He says no because I won't have sex with him. Gets a fish tank and then replaces his quote-unquote oven and dishwasher just to make a point again. The Mexican's his neighbor. They do all their rituals. The next day my dog dies, which is me, / Aaron / Jezebel. Then it's done. I go to Seattle. They all say no. All the angels just put their hand to the right and go like, no, no, no. My mind's a mess because I just tried to kill myself and took like 100 sleeping pills. And in this world, whatever sleeping pills are, locks up your mind really bad. So my mind's just completely evil at the worst time. I'm at the airport and every angel is like, she is psychotic, and they're all blaming it on alcohol. Discounting everything I went through. At that point, like 98% of everything is in hell. People taking me off its backpacks, all my husband's divorcing me, everybody putting their hands to the ground, a trillion rituals and magic that God doesn't take off, no matter what I do. Michael's just watching it and laughing. His whole demon squad just attacking me while he makes videos. Even his videos have demons and magic and have power over me. I couldn't even be on the phone. They would do the beep beep, beep beep, or send me 3 text messages of the same kind. Just everybody attacking me left and right. Magic demons, rituals, portals. I go back to Michael about 50 times. Still confused, not knowing he's not the original Michael, making up every excuse. He just destroys me more and more and more and more and more through dance moves and rewriting my story. Adding more demons and magic. Who knows what he did when I was asleep. A couple people come by I don't understand because I'm so confused that they're angels trying to save me from him, but then they automatically judge my thoughts and then go on his side. Then they have their meetings. But it wouldn't matter if I wasn't with him or not, I was still losing votes. And the compassionate Michael divorces me because of thoughts. After I chilled for 2.5 years. Chilling with the scaler, rebuke the mark of the beast. You're gonna lose me. He could give a shit. He wanted Jezebel the whole time. He says he wants the rapper and divorces me. And he wants Jezebel. Then I go to Dan, who is part of him. Can't even take me. He's so pure. He's coughing. There's Marcy with the drummer in our car. Does magic demons and portals. After one day, my mind's a complete mess. Then Dan says no. Marcy throws the keys on the ground in the bathroom, says, is anybody here? And I hear Dan say, she doesn't even give me sex. She doesn't even let me drink as Michael. I want Jezebel. And Michael uses as an excuse like adultery, even though he already divorced me and then wants me to suck dicks in hell. And everybody just starts calling him Jesus, like Satan's the other side of Jesus. Okay. Then here comes Jonah with the dog. Does his cover up, comes 7 times, says no the first time within 3 seconds. Calls him Jesus. Touches the vaporizer and the alcohol to highly influence me. Does more cover up. You shouldn't drink, Cherie. Blames me. See him in another character saying, I've already been there 7 times. That boss could have her. Spits on the ground. Ultimate disrespect. Blames me. I tell him I have scalar and demons. He refuses to help and disagrees with me. Lays on the ground and says I'll pick her up later. It's all I didn't see beginning to end. Well, Michael says, and I have no remorse either. Michael just lies. He's Lilith, Sandra Bullock, and Johnny Depp, so everything he says is a lie. No, scalar energy's not on you. No, you're not going to hell. No, you're healed. Oh, I love you. You're my queen. when he just doesn't want me because he doesn't think I'm a rapper or smart enough or witty enough. But I'm the only one who loves me, but he just loves controlling me. He doesn't actually love me at this point. Just wants to use my money and open up my legs and make me lose more votes on YouTube. That's why he loved you so much. Because he was able to have me lose votes by playing specific videos. I heard him many times be like, good. She lost Billy Graham. He would just play certain videos after he destroyed my thoughts. He started hitting me, and I would just make up every excuse. Well, maybe I deserved it. Well, maybe he was drunk. Bruises all over me. He already covered that up with the Johnny Depp case, making me look like Amber Heard, like I was a liar, so nobody really cared about that. They just called me a masochist, like I like pain, like the Mexican did. I go live probably about 16 places. Every one of them is a top angel hearing my thoughts and voting and being like, does your head hurt? Well, they touch their head knowing exactly why it hurts. Say no within a minute to an hour. Then just do the here's something to eat. Are you okay? I'm here for you. Or the men be like, give me sex. Do you have a couple of extra dollars? Then I go to Jamie, who is part of Aaron, who throws every single thing in hell. Goes on Michael's side right away. Waits until the compassionate Michael divorces me. Then Heath, who is buried, comes of course at the end after Michael divorces me, says no, claps his hands twice, adds all the pain. Then I go to Buddha, Lexus, and Shamar. I'm pretty sure Shamar's Heath, Hyphy from TikTok. Buddha is the one who put me in rocks, and Lexus is Heath. They all say no, do rituals for about 2 months. My mind's an absolute mess. Every other person I meet after that is one ritual to the next, from Smiley to David to Chris to everybody to Patrice. And I come here, of course. Now the money's open. You know, Michael has to do is cover up for what he's done to me. I'm going on Satan and Grandma Jezebel's side. Now I get a house, but the stairs all the way up. Everything's in hell. Michael's just waiting for me to die so he could get his $130 million and get his car and replace me with Jezebel when I wasn't even supposed to be with him in the beginning. So now it looks like it's my fault. All the angels hate me. Well, not hate me, but just are sickened by my thoughts. Jezebel looks beautiful and good. I just was kept alive for votes when of course I would never win because they heard my thoughts. Mates look bad, so Jezebel looks good. Now Satan looks like the boss, like a mafia lord. Mr. Breaking Bad, Antichrist is the president. He looks like Romeo and Juliet. Lilith looks like the stripper that every man wants. Well, I was used and abused by all of them, and all they do is ruin my thoughts, but they have grace upon them. I don't. Especially because my little suicide doer doesn't want me. And Marcos already didn't want me and gave me Tupac as well as my Mexican dad, as well as Jim Carrey and Michael Jackson, Ed Sheeran. Now I'm here, just waiting to die any moment. Dizzy to the ground. It was going to be a gun, but that's too obvious because I called it out too many times to Michael, so he can't get blamed. But he still will, so when I get dizzy to the ground, that's on him. My grandma's already been saying, "Are you dizzy?" Everything that's going to happen to me, she said. She wanted me to be deaf in one ear. She would always be like, I do these exercises, putting her head back, knowing I was going to be hung. Always talked about her saggy boobs. She gave me saggy boobs. Always talking about her big stomach. She gave me a big stomach. Always saying, are you hot, Heather? Are you cold, Heather? Had like 18 heaters in the house. Now I know why. I always stared out the window whenever I was near her. Making my destiny. We already know what that means. Just cared about looks and money and wanted to take my spot and was jealous of me and my dad's connection. Pretended to have Alzheimer's. I don't even believe that. Pretended to have migraines. Why don't I believe any of that? You're just playing victim because you approved all of it. Even Grandpa has to pretend to die of cancer. I don't believe that. As plain victim. This game is retarded to me. It really is. They have to pretend they're deaths and of something that they're okay giving you. I don't know what happens when they pretend they're deaths. If they're just not there when we're around, probably. It's just acting. When this is real pain, it doesn't make sense to me. So for 3 years after what Aaron did, Michael had control of everything. No matter what he did, everything went wrong. Every thought I had, every person that came to me, every place I lived, everything I said just ruins me. I couldn't escape it, no matter how pure my intentions were. It was always about thoughts. Crying every day, why are you doing this to me, God? Why do you choose me? Why can't you help me? Why is there no grace upon me? Can you just shield my thoughts? I'll do the rest. No answer. Crickets. Michael just has vengeance and revenge, just attacking me with his demons, which are pretty good soldiers. They attacked me 60,000 times a day. They didn't like me. They wanted their Queen Jezebel in place, which I still don't understand. She doesn't do anything for them but makeup tutorials and sex tapes and lots of magic and threatens you and says that's hot. Okay, well, that's hot. Everyone's watching my life like a TV show. All my husbands are ashamed of me as rottenness to their bones. They're like, yeah, no, we don't care. I don't have one guy who comes up to me and be like, I know exactly what you've been through. Let me heal you. Let me help you. Not one. They'll use the excuse of my thoughts and throw me away. Every time an angel comes to me, there's demons attacking me, and then a demon comes and says, hey, can I borrow a lighter? Gets in their head. They get socially uncomfortable. They get even more uncomfortable around my thoughts. They say no, and it's done. The demon smiles, says he did his job, and boom, another vote. We wait because the Ishikar anointing could understand what blueberries and almonds and sprinklers and water heaters and lighting candles and Reese's peanut butter cups and all this means. They'll usually have you drink to add more demons instead of getting demons out of you. They'll do dance moves continually to get you sicker. So now we're here. Am I missing anything? My dad saw outside time, had control over me since I was 10, had the zap on my hand, already talked about rocks, the ran over dog, knew everything that was going to happen. Everybody was on my mother's side, and I mean everybody. She was an esthetician, she was a stripper, everybody wanted her. I feel like I'm missing something big. 1 second. Nope, I think we got all. So that's kind of why it's so bad. I know nobody will really care, and they'll just be like, well, your thought, your thought. So the amount of pain that's in hell is ridiculous. It's very sad. Not based on action. Jezebel could do adrenochrome. She gets a Grammy and an Oscar. I have a thought because of what I just stated for about 20 minutes. You think I want to have a dark mind? Do you know how disgusting it is to me? Do you know how many times I just wanted to die and tried to? Because I couldn't take the evil in my head? You know how many times I just begged God to put me in a coma? Do you know how much I look forward to just sleeping so I don't have to hear the demons in my head? And how much I can't stand waking up? And the angels cried, so many angels cried, because they knew who I was, how hard I worked for God. They knew I didn't deserve it, but they couldn't help me because I was too sick. Because the mark of the beast, God didn't allow them to give me back anything. Oh, that's what I forgot. So Buddha put me in rocks, put my essence in rocks, literally, like all of me in rocks. That's why it's called rock music. Like they've had this plan since the 60s to use me. That's why my dad was the Rock Dwayne, Dark One, Johnson. Yeah, that was a big one. Not only did he put me on rocks, he spread me all over the wall and in a statue. then my mind is really gone. Like 100%. Yet him as Buddha still judge my thoughts. How crazy is that? And still expecting, can you buy me this? Can you buy me that? Can you help me with court? When I did push-ups wanting to take me to jail. And my grace self just continues to help, even though I know I'm being used and they already took me to hell. Does the benefit in this world grace? Belief? No. Unless you have crickets in your head and you don't break the script, you'll be good. You could just watch Hulu all day and you'll be good. You can't pick your own husband. If your husband doesn't want you, like Marcos, he will give you to one who will destroy you, like Tupac. Just become the bachelor instead of saving souls. The guys could be married as many times as they want, as well as the witches. But if you're an anointed one, you're screwed. Then after your husband that God put you with says no, every single other guy will never work, no matter what. No matter what. The scalar's been on me for 3 years. I'm surprised I'm still alive. Definitely gonna die. Won't 100% won't last more than 6 months. 1,000,000,000%. Would bet everything on it. The scalar's too high. Did I say I have like 7 pebbles of shame? He's directed the scalar to my whole body, giving me bone cancer, as well as cervical cancer, as well as brain cancer. Don't want to do hospice or chemo or any of that. Just want to just die peacefully. Knowing this has been planned since 10 has been the hardest thing to understand, but my dad knew about this. Talking about pandas, meaning spirit up the ass for 10 years is crazy to me. Michael knew about it, talking about Seattle and Denny's. It happened at Denny's. It was done at Denny's. Well, I'm there just catering to him and loving him. Well, you can't love me enough because I'm not intelligent. I don't use big words like indubitably. And of course, he's smart. He has all of his downloads. He has all of his memories. Duh. Understanding as Marilyn Monroe, Selena, Princess Diana, and God just let them take me out for so long, like since the 1960s. Everybody's on Jezebel's side. I just see all their celebrities just rise up to the surface while I go down to hell. Michael got exactly what he asked for. He said up to the eyes, elevators, spear up the ass. Aaron just laughed and said, yep, it'll be done. Everywhere I was, he was just behind me doing stuff to my head during certain votes, mentioning the suicide around the world. I'm just like, dude, I'm so tired. Just leave me alone. You don't have to be married to me. You don't have to be part of me. Just go away. But that's not how this game works. Once they're part of you, they don't want you. They will destroy you. And the way they do it is attacking the minds so people could hear it. Because they know if your thoughts are not clean, people think that's your heart and spirit, and you're done. And he knows they won't help you either. Yeah, that was a big thing. I missed the rocks. So now Mary Magdalene is getting all of Jezebel's shame and pain. Michael lifted her up as Megan Hercules. She's clean, she has grace. Now Cherie's gonna get replaced with another Mary Magdalene. I'm so sorry, you're gonna be absolutely tortured. The real Michael let me go hasn't saved me from his other avatars. All I want to do is be in love, have a kid, have a real church I go to, have a teeny job, have a little bit of money, give the rest away, communicate, have a dog, have a cat. But I know it's not gonna happen. Michael tortured me and now he's getting rewarded $130 million. Marcy, when Stan said no, said, okay, cool, thank you. Woohoo, she's gone. Just because he didn't want to be married to me, he has the right to say take her to hell. I have regrets not taking that house. I thought I was supposed to be in Portland preaching. I have regrets meeting Michael, of course. I have regrets not saying, Grandma, screw you. I'm gonna go there, deal with the dog. Or I could have lived in the garage. Me getting blamed for my thoughts that I didn't ruin. It's not like I was doing tarot cards or magic. I was just attacked by evil because who I am. Wondering if God knew beginning to end. Why the hell did he make me marry Madeline and make me go through all this hell to get rid of me? Instead, I just put the spirit and all her downloads in the avatar he wanted. I'll never understand. With my free will. Knowing how easily deceived I am because I'm not a deceiver. I don't work like them. I would never spend that much time and energy pretending to love somebody when they're doing nothing to me and hurt them. It just doesn't make sense to me. But if you're a demon and a human, of course you're gonna do that because you have to deceive them to get your rewards, to have your car and your house and blah, 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 blah. I don't think they're watching my life like a TV show anymore, but they were. And they would only magnify the bad. Never acknowledge the good. And I mean, to the level of I threw gum on the ground and it would be like I polluted the world. Michael's looking just snazzy. Everybody's on his side. They're like, we love Tupac. We love Hitler. We love Malcolm X. Because Mary Madeline's taking all of his shame and pain. Because Aaron said so. With 2 hitting cooling trucks. But of course, nobody knows about what's happened to me, what I just said in this recording. They only know about the pain. They judge my thoughts. I don't blame them. I love them. It's been so hard. It's been heartbreaking to be around such beautiful angels after being around such angry, drunk narcissists. And all I want to do is just sit on the couch and I could talk to people and get to know them all day. But then it's embarrassing and it's shameful to have them hear my thoughts, judge my thoughts, and then touch their head. Then I just kind of give up after trying a couple of times and I just hide away. So then I have to isolate myself, but then I can't even talk to anybody on TikTok. They all hear my thoughts and they judge me. It's one judgment after the next. And if you look at Michael, the pure version, he put a belt at the camera and said, yep, I just did that. I don't want her. So he already knew before I met him. He just sent the ones that do the meth, quote unquote, to get it done. When I had the vision, it of course was after everything was put in rocks when my mind was gone. I couldn't even control my thoughts. My thoughts were literally saying, please make it really hot. That's how bad it was. I see my dad and the real Michael up in heaven. They clap their hands twice. They say sizzling. It closes. Then I see somebody, I think it was Aaron, saying, good, it's closed for good now. Then the African comes, and then here Aaron comes saying, N-word, N-word, N-word. And the African's like, can you go away? At least there'll be water and milk. Then there's my dad, or Michael as a security guard, making sure he's not going to help me. Then smiles, gives me a hug. Aaron walks away. I'm glad I put that in her head. But the finalization was when Buddha said no and Lexus touched the furnace with her demon child. Then Shamar tried to save me, and she cried the whole time. Buddha's doing push-ups to take me out. He's manipulative. He's deceptive. He's everything his sister told me. I know how he is. He has a heart, but my God. Mostly he's only in it if he gets something. Are you going to give me this? Can you give me a laptop? Can you help me with court? His empathy is there, but once it's gone, it's never coming back. That's the thing about him. He could harden his heart in a second, which he does, and did. I heard him say to the little boy, light her up. You know, I really don't even care. He doesn't care, because it's not him. And that he even judged my thoughts after he put me rocks and knows what I've been through is crazy to me. Even Shamar was like, she's been through a lot, but yeah, she still tells Buddha you can put her in rocks. And after they usually say no, then they coerce with the demon and get it done. I saw Shamar with the demon woman, and then here comes Aaron to the door with a 6-pack of beer. And usually when people say no, here will come angels because they can't even take my thoughts, and they start whistling like, thank God, we get our peace. Is she gone? It's so heartbreaking. It really is. It's not in them. I understand. I love you, angels, with all my heart. I even heard them in heaven saying that. They're like, oh, she's been gang stalked. This has happened to her. That's happened to her. They were trying to understand. They do understand. They know this isn't my mind. They know how Michael is. The pure Michael's amazing, but he was so pure, he couldn't be around me. And I don't know what human on earth could be around somebody like that. You have to be literally sinless. That's impossible. I don't know how he'll ever get a woman unless she's a straight up angel, not a human. I don't know why he wants a human. You can't have a human. We're tainted. So that's kind of why it's so bad. So Satan was through my dad and Michael and just sent to destroy me, and he had the ability to see outside of time for a very, very long time. He played it like a beautiful chess game, almost like Silence of the Lambs. He wanted to take me to the bar of adultery, but he got so much better. The lake of fire. Up to the eyes, I can't even breathe. For eternity, based on thoughts. This is a crazy, sick game, I can't even tell you. I almost wish I did evil action, so I could be like, okay, well, I deserve that. But even then, I'd be like, well, if I'm sorry in my heart, but not for Mary Magdalene. Am I missing absolutely anything? Any other big votes? I think the biggest vote was my dad, Stephen Solomon, and Jonah touching Long Way from Home on the billboard seat, and going to the Dollar Tree and getting a lighter with price tags like I'm a damn doll. Oh, that's right. After I lost Steve, here comes Aaron. Of course, his timing. After he knows it's closed. Gives me peace. I only have peace one day in 3 years. Coaxes me in with that. Does dance moves. Gets me back almost everything from hell. Gives me blues. Tells me it's not blues. Tells me it's painkillers. That opens me up. It's almost like equivalent to meth. My thoughts get worse. Uses excuse of my thoughts. Takes me to a tent. Takes absolutely everything. Wipes me off the bottom of his shoe. His foot. Then smiles, then does dance moves and pours milk everywhere and then shakes everybody's hand. Yep, you could do that to her. Yep, you could do that to her. Yep, you could do that to her. That was a big one. How did I not remember that? It still wanted to give me a stroke. My dad always laughed about that episode on Family Guy. Grandma still wants to make me deaf in 1 year. I'm definitely still going to have that zap and fall dizzy to the ground from scalar energy. They still want to take me to jail. Michael still wants to cut off my legs. They already made me blind. I think that's it, right? Oh, they want to take my money. They don't like that I give it. But Jezebel could have $1 billion. What else? I think that's it, right? More shame, more votes. I don't think you get much worse. There's already Chucky and Michael cutting my throat and a spear up my ass and me cut in half and spiders and needles and me on a cross with tights. Anything like what? Like, is that a joke? And like really? Well, everybody else is being left alone. They could have any thoughts they want. They could do whatever they want. I did nothing. I got deceived. He took everything. I can't get my mind back. I don't understand why I'm being attacked so much. There's people who are blaspheming God at meetings from 12 to 3 and astral projecting. At the airport, I could tell everybody was blaming me and blaming the alcohol, which I thought was hilarious because I barely drank. I won't even drink the rest of the time. I just usually drink when there's a big vote, like with Dan or with Buddha or with Heath. I get depressed. And then they usually trump the scale or someone more in pain. I drink 2 to 3 beers, that's it. I don't even do hard liquor. I don't even smoke cigarettes. I used to, not anymore once I knew that they had spirits in them. I read my Bible, I didn't eat. I did everything in my power to get my mind better, but let's ignore that. I preached, I joined a church, I gave sandwiches to the homeless. Then, of course, when they all come together and pretend they're dead, they'll do things like give you money. That was what the $1,000 was about. They'll do a scenario that makes them look like a victim, like the suicide. They'll take you on trips to London and Taiwan and Japan. They'll buy you houses and cars. So then they could pull that out and be like, no, she had a good life. Well, they feed off of our energy and do magic to us and embarrass us and hurt our body. Then they have media and have an awakened army and emphasize on the bad and shame us. And yeah, they get away with it. It's going to be so hot and so cold. Michael considers me lukewarm, which is a lie. Lukewarm would be that you weren't with God until you knew you had no choice, and I was with God when everybody thought we were doing World War III and everybody went against God. I was with him when he wasn't quote unquote cool and awake. So that's a lie. But regardless, it's going to be up to my eyes. Really hot, really cold with sharks, and I'm going to be like so tortured down there. And there's nothing I could do about it. I tried to climb out of hell. I couldn't. Michael cut my wings. I remember the night he was drunk and said, enough. He took out his sword and cut my wings and put them on him. And every time he did something, an angel would come and try to stop it. They judged my thoughts, couldn't, and approved it. That's why there's so much pain in hell. I remember the night he divorced me. He crossed his arms and said, I'm divorcing you. Writes on the floor, goes to the wall, closes a narrow gate, lays on the ground, touches his head. Already has the Meg from Hercules on the TV, just raises his hand, says he wants Jezebel, and it's done. Then here comes Jonah with the dog after, of course, he divorces. They're already buddies. Says, I have no remorse about it either. Then there's Jonah with the stick and doing all the rituals in front of Michael's place. Then, of course, blames me because of my thoughts. Doesn't even help me. Didn't I cover up? All the people I lived with who already said no, contact me when I'm looking for a place. Come back, I love you, I miss you, how are you? It's all cover up. I break the script. They're like, what are you talking about? Like with Heath? I don't know what you're talking about. Have you been drinking? They love drinking, huh? You get to blame demons on it and get to blame drinking when they break the script. How exciting. It's been confusing to me because the prodigals, like Satan's side, do all the work, like Joel Osteen. And usually the ones who have all the power will just sit there, watch TV, or play video games like Heath. They don't read the Bible. It's weird. I thought you judge by works, but you don't. That's not how you decide who's real these days. Am I missing anything? The whole time I loved God, I never blamed him because he didn't do this to me. He's always been good to me. I just got deceived and I got too deep into it because my love and grace. I thought it was a Job story. I'm like, I will never curse God, which I didn't. Demons might have done something in my head, but I never went against you, God, and I love you to the end, even if I'm going to hell. I did this myself. I got deceived. My discernment was way not right. He's the best deceiver. How would I have known, you know what I mean? Nothing new under the sun. Jezebel already has the crown. I'm already in hell. There's literally nothing I could do. I've tried so hard. I'm so tired. I know I'm gonna die. Dizzy to the ground. I could feel it. There's nothing I could do. Nothing. Satan has had his pre-planned since the 1960s. Those miracles he gave me, like giving me orgasms when I never felt sex, making me drunk in the spirit, letting me see visions, really made me think he was God. And that's why I met him in Ashland. So now we're here. Just waiting to die. The mind is so locked up and so evil that I'd rather prefer death than hear this disgusting evil mind that isn't my heart and have to take away my roommate's peace and hear them cough. They're so sensitive and so pure. I can't do that to them just out of bed. I'm almost low-key thinking I should just get a sleeping bag and go outside until I get that place. Because I just can't do this to them. Or just wait when they wake up, just head straight to Target or Starbucks and look for a job. And then get a job so I stay there all day. Because they're too amazing. I can't do this to them. And I know Satan didn't tell them what I went through. I know they could hear my thoughts. And I know they both already said no. I'm awake. She's so amazing. Like, she's probably the most amazing woman angel I've ever met in my life. And I'm so embarrassed to be around her. Because the moment she talks to me, it's like the moment I sit down and want to have a conversation, the demons attack. And I'm just like, damn it. I can't even talk to her. The demons don't like her. Oh, I wonder why. She's pure. She's straight up gorgeous. I've never met such a positive, pure, awakened angel in my life. I love her. Like, automatically, just over the cell phone, I was like, this girl's amazing. She's amazing. I wish she was my judge and had all the downloads of what happened to me. But of course, she has to come at the end, at the end, at the end, at the end. Like, so at the end, I can't even tell you. Like, I'm like 98% in hell. Like, it's done. It's done. It's done. There's nothing I could do. My dad Steve said no, Michael Jackson said no, Jim Carrey said no, Ed Sheeran said no, the real Michael said no, the one who put me rocks Buddha said no, Shamar said no, all the top angels, the Mexican with his leaf blower as a chainsaw said no, they all said no. It took 3 years. The angels are so done with me. They're like, we have tried to save you. And I'm like, I hear you, but can you hear what happened to me? It doesn't matter, Sherry. Your thoughts. I'm like, I understand. I love you. I do. I'm sorry I stressed you out. Believe me, I can't take my mind just as much as you can. Satan really did a work on me. He did. I'm just, Michael wants to keep me alive a little bit longer to torture me, so what do you want me to say? Him and Joe Michael are the reason I'm in this position. And Joe Michael wants to, use money and, oh, now we can do an electronic check. How weird, for 3 years you were so strict on that. For 3 years you're like, you can't go over $1. Nope, it's only 1,000. How weird, now it's, yeah, okay. Because what, are you making up your karma for when I die you're going to take all my dad's money? I heard you in the living room. I heard my grandma be like, no, I don't want to live in that house. That's my house. Tammy was like, no, it's under the will for her, Grandma Lola. Nope, I don't want to live in there. I don't want to live there anyways, bro. Too many memories of my dad. Not like you were there. I was there. I was the one who stopped him drinking. And when he went there, he drank and you kicked him out. What kind of mother are you? Or was it a pretend argument? Probably. Because my dad already picked you. He called the elephant Lola. But after my dad Steve said no, then the real Michael at the shelter, he took me off as a backpack. Then I saw, I think Jonah would be like, her man ain't gonna save her, it's done. And he throws salt over his shoulder. It was done. That was my last hope. My dad was even like, there is no safe way, Sherry. I'm like, I know, Daddy. He just assembled me as a bike. Put my sock on the table, put a torture thing on the table, and it was done. I can't believe we get tortured for thoughts that are demons. It blows my mind. But, okay. Am I missing anything? So I think that's pretty much where we're at. So just waiting to die, go to hell. There's no way out. Can't get the mind right. Everybody judges on their thoughts. Everyone spent so much time for 3 years taking me to hell. There's no way anybody's gonna save me. There's no way. I have no grace no matter how many times I say sorry. It won't matter. They want me to die either in the bathroom or at a grocery store. We'll see what happens. Knowing Michael will be epic, right? A specific street name, a specific time, whatever, a specific date, you know him. He'll probably make a couple more videos. Mary's Daily Bread, I love you. He gets to look good, I don't know how. He destroyed me, but okay. Because he's celebrities or because he wrote a song or not wrote a song, played a song on YouTube? Is that why he's good? Because he didn't do shit for me. He destroyed me. I don't know why all the women want him. But have at it. Enjoy being isolated. Enjoy being yelled at. Enjoy being hit. Enjoy being degraded. Enjoy being belittled. Enjoy giving him all your money. Enjoy never going on dates. Enjoy opening your legs. Enjoy making sure you wear lingerie. Enjoy never talking to anybody again. So whoever wants that, Christina, I guess, you'll last less than a year. He's not made to be with anybody. He's made to be Shrek, who lost Fiona, who was willing to be Shrek with him, not grumpy, and this is bullshit, that's bullshit. But a woman who loved him and supported him, and he has everything. He has a house, it's paid for, we have extra money, I want to go get a job, I want to go work out if I didn't have a scaler and get my body back. I don't get it. He has $6 million plus, and that's just in my dad's checking account. I was like, but I don't want to be stingy. I don't want it. I just want, just because of my health reasoning, just a place to live, that's it. And I don't even know why I got all this makeup. I think I kind of was just like, you know what? It's kind of rebelling. You want makeup? Okay, I'll be the best makeup artist ever. But in reality, I really don't even care. So I'm like returning a lot of it. I'm like, dude, why did I even get this shit? Honestly. I think I just was just so fed up for 3 years hearing guys be like, just to lead her, she doesn't sing or dance. Can you go away? I'm gonna go meet a pretty girl. At least I'll be water and milk. Yeah, she doesn't even give it up. You could take her to hell. Like, the things I've heard guys say was always based on looks and sex. So I was almost like in my mode once I got here, like, oh, you want me to show you looks and sex? You know, I went to art school. That's what makeup is. I will learn every technique. How my brows are on point, have my hair done, have my tits up, have lingerie, have the best clothes. But then I look at it, I'm like, I only attract perverts. And it's not going to change their mind because they'll use me for sex and money and then judge my thoughts. It won't matter. And anybody who expects me to wear makeup to appreciate me isn't worth my time. It's sometimes fun to do it, but I'm not going to sit there for an hour like my mom did and do makeup. I don't even know why I put these nails on. They're annoying. Now it's hard to text, but they're pretty to look at, I guess. I think it's just because I worked on the inside so long and got nowhere that I'm like, screw it, let me just work on the outside. Maybe that will get me a vote. Oh, I have to open up my legs, yet you'll still say no. I will never be a whore. It's funny that you think I'm a whore when I've only had sex with like 6 guys in my life. And all of them except one was a boyfriend or husband. I think I had one night stand with, of course, the Mexican, Arnaldo, and another character. Other than that, I've never cheated on that guy. No, I did not cheat on Michael. He already divorced me, plus Dan was him. I never cheated on a guy, ever. I'm a very loyal girl. I don't see the point of being in a relationship if you cheat. You're obviously not happy, so get out of it. I know it wasn't the alcohol because from age like 20 to 23, I drank Everclear, I smoked cigarettes, I drank hard liquor. My thoughts were crystal clear. But you could blame the alcohol, Heath, and everybody else. Even when I was with Michael, I'd be like, get me 2 MXDs. Then Michael would come back with like 8 Buzz Balls, a whole pack, 2 packs or 6 packs, a big bottle of liquor, and I could only go two days drinking, and after that I can't. Thank God, or else I probably, especially around him, to numb myself, would have drank every night. So after the Mark of the Beast, Aaron, remember, he was laying in the lawn. It was the equivalent of him staring at the wall. Or like Barry when I was at the psych ward, I come out of a dream, and she's like, that was a dark dream. Saddle, I really don't even care. Like, I'm getting judged to the point of people are taking me to hell because of my dreams. It's crazy. Well, I see the witches just prospering. Lady Gaga's doing migraine commercials, just gloating. Having the biggest concert of people showing up, 2 million people. Ariana Grande, Jezebel herself, is doing Wicked and The Good Witch. Kim Kardashian has her other season, has another kid. I'm just like, wow, this is unrighteous, bro. Cooking with Kaya is like the cool thing. Heath is like, yay, you cooking, you're sexy. All the guys on our program, they're like, do you wear lingerie? Do you wear high heels? And I don't want you. Lilith and Michael got in their head. Now every good girl is in back of the line again, as usual, and all the witches are in the beginning. All my work, all my refusing money, all my belief, all my heart, everything means nothing. It was all swiped away. Michael got rid of everything and made me look bad in like literally 8 months. And then everybody was on his side. They're like, oh, he's so cool. He's gangster. He breaks windows. He knows how to rap. And I'm just like a simple girl. I'm not that exciting. So I'm just like, why would he throw me away? Yet he molded me. You know how they'll put you in your hand and they'll look at you. And they'll like, and then they'll just be, eh. And that's what Michael did. He looked at me and then he just like threw me down. He's like, and then he starts laughing. He's like, just drinking a beer. He didn't even care. Like, he could have easily put me together and been like, wow, she's strong, she has discernment, she has wisdom, she's awakened, she does love me, she has grace. Let me just... Right there. There we go. What did? Michael was Dan, he was Christian, he was Davin. He was that guy who had took care of the dog and his son. He was Buddha. He always said no. He was Greg. And he always judged my thoughts even though he was the one who ruined them. And everybody was always trying to take me away from my dad, Steve, who was trying to continually save me. And once I got to him, he had no idea what happened to me. I thought I was the most evil daughter in the world. And I lost him and the whole world celebrated. You don't know what that was like. That was heartbreaking. And all I wanted to do was reconcile with my dad. It was like seeing him die again. And everybody, you don't know what it's like. Everyone's just like, all the demons are just continually trying to take me to hell. My thoughts are a mess. The angels try to save me. They can't. And the demons celebrate. And Jezebel goes, ha ha. Like after I was putting rocks, they literally light the cornerstone on fire, and then the Mexican puts a damn ass mattress in flames. This has gotten out of hand, bro. And then, of course, Aaron puts the racism in my head, so everyone thinks I'm racist. Which is a lie. It was only made for Kevin Hart, of course. Okay, so Michael's gonna get $130 million in a car pretty soon. No one's gonna come and save me, so as they say, she's not my type. The both almost at the dock. Is it, Jonah? I'm just not your type? Okay. I like this judgment. So, at least I died knowing I kept my grace. I didn't do anything evil. I was just deceived by evil. I tried with my whole heart. I have no regrets. I tried to the end. I did everything I could possibly do because my mom and my dad were my motivation to get out of hell. I wanted to be with them. I couldn't. The mind was too gone, especially without my heart. I love you, Mom and Dad. I'll miss you with all my whole heart. I'm not even scared. I'm sad. You can only be scared so long before you're just like, whatever. Is it gonna happen yet? I don't really care anymore. Believe me, I was terrified. I was scared. Now I'm like, whatever. There's nothing I can do. Being burned alive for eternity. There's nothing I could do. Nothing. I've accepted it. Michael was too strong. Michael's letting him look outside of time. My dad wasn't there protecting me anymore. The witches were too strong with their magic. Nobody gave me back anything. They just said no, so the demons got me sicker. There was no way out. The only way out was staying with Michael. But he switched his avatar so much that every time I'd stay with him, it'd usually 80% of the time be the one who was there to destroy me. So then by the time the good Michael came, he came at the end and was so sickened by my thoughts he couldn't even be around me. It was heartbreaking. No matter what I told him, this happened, that happened, he still judged my thoughts like everybody else and took me to hell. And I keep watching his videos, waiting for the real Michael to pop up. But even if he did and I go there, I guarantee he'll switch his avatar and it will be the other one. It'll be Sandra Bullock. I miss the real Michael so bad, bro. And he cared about me. He really did care. Like, he would look down at the ground and, like, his eyes would water up and he'd be like, hmm. Then the other Michael would look down and laugh and drink a beer. And he's like, I'm just drinking a beer. Even love is ruined in this simulation. I miss you, real Michael. Please don't leave me. Look at what you molded me to be. Don't throw that away. You just have to get demons out and turn off the scaler. Don't throw this away. Just because your dad, Kevin Hart, says. Do you know why he said no? It was after I refused to have sex with him. Then the next day my dog dies. I guarantee if I had sex with him, he probably would have kept me there a little bit longer. I couldn't do that to you. Because the whole time I was with him, all I did was read the Bible. I read my little teeny quote Bible the whole time I was there, watching every thought. Every thought. I knew he was very powerful, but it didn't matter. I think in the beginning, for the first minute, I had pretty bad thoughts. I think it's like, that fish died. I'm like, okay, well, that was quick. That's when I had like the racist thoughts, and I'm not even, whatever. Doesn't matter how many times I say it's not my thoughts, it doesn't matter. And then Michael's like, well, you're not a rapper. I'm like, I'll show you. I'm gonna read you the Tupac song so much better than you. It's gonna be from my heart. It's gonna be with emotion. It's gonna be on point. It's gonna be on timing. I'm gonna get the EQ, the compression, the equalizer. It's gonna be perfect. I could freestyle, but you don't like me talking about omelets and blueberries in real life. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, I got my car, my money, I got my girls on my left and my right, my honeys. Why? That's not what matters. It's unnecessary pain. People popping pills and taking liquor to their head. The demons are traumatizing me. I want to go to bed. I'd rather talk about bullshit, but you don't want to. I don't want to talk about Tupac stuff. He only has 2 songs. Dear Mama and... yeah, actually. Oh, and Changes. Those are the rest are just gangster, angry songs. I don't want to be that. I don't. I really don't. So anyways, that's why we're here. If I could go to spiritual court and state my case. But just like Barabbas, it's going to be that. He goes out of jail and Mary Magdalene goes in. Jezebel goes out. Mary Magdalene goes in. I wish every day that I was never born, or I wish every day I was a woman nobody gave a shit about. This is all because of my belief, grace, and heart. He did say there's going to be tribulations, but oh my God. It makes me wish I didn't have a heart. But then I'm like, I would miss out on getting to know how beautiful you are. So it was a blessing. But it was very hard, God. You're incredible. Your love is so pure, and the Holy Spirit is gorgeous, and it's been an honor getting to know you. But I know the mind is too impure. I wish you would just judge my heart. Or get demons out. I've done the work for 3 years. I'm tired, honey. I can't, not eat for 7 days and read all day and pray all day and go to church. The pain's too much. I don't even know how I'm going to get a job, to tell you the truth. Unless it's a sit-down job and I'm able to touch my head all day. Because I'm going to die. I will not have more than 3 months. Words, right? I mean 3 years. Wink, wink. I probably won't even get to that place next door, which I really don't care. I don't want to live by myself anyways. I'd rather have Shamar live with me. But I love you, Holy Spirit, and I'm going to miss you. And thank you for taking care of me. And thank you, Dad. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Real Michael. I'm sorry Aaron ruined it. I told you for 2.5 years, rebuke the mark of the beast. Well, you just told me, no, he's Satan. He's Satan. No, you're the prodigal. You asked him to do it. You're surprised. What do you think he was going to do? You can't control my actions. You could only ruin my thoughts to get me, nobody to want me, and that's exactly what he did. It's not like I was doing Ouija boards and worshiping the moon. I didn't do evil. I was just attacked by evil. That's the difference. You can't name one evil action I've ever done in my life. Not one. Yeah. Have I stole a candy bar or cheated on a test in middle school? Okay. Little things. I'm talking about wicked. 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 Adrenochrome level. No. Astral projected. No. Manipulated to deceive somebody for my own gain. Never. My conscience and heart wouldn't allow me to. I can't even freaking take a little things of coffee, even though she says I can, without feeling guilty and having to go on Amazon and buy a shitload of it for $36 to reimburse her. That's my level. I don't have to, but I don't want to even use anybody's anything. I want to give like a mom should. I don't want to take from the kids. I have a very pure heart, and that's why I've been attacked, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of everybody judging my thoughts like it's my heart, because it's not. If I had my heart as my mind, I'd be doing very evil actions every day, guaranteed. I don't hurt anybody. I don't do magic. I stick to myself. I'm nice to everybody. I give them compliments out of my heart. I'm not trying to look for you to say, oh, I like your nails too. I don't need that. I don't need verification. I don't need a compliment. I just love people. They're like little parts of God that are so gorgeous. The Holy Spirit is in them, and you could tell they glow. And I love it. And I look at them and I'm like, you're so strong. Especially the angels and humans. They are beautiful. Their compassion and grace is outstanding. They're beautiful. Even demons. Sometimes I see them and I could tell they miss heaven. and they're tired of being threatened with hell. And I'm like, I pray a lot that they have grace and just go to God, but I can't make them drink water. You can't lead a horse to water and make them drink. And then they usually get jealous of my light and automatically hate me. They just have jealousy and anger in their eyes. Automatically. And it's just like, dude, I never did anything to you. Can you imagine being Mary Magdalene? All these kids are like blaming you because there's work, because there's hell, because there's pain. And you're like, yo, I have no power. I had nothing to do with this AI game. But then they just continue to blame you while Jezebel's like, ha ha. And she's the one who continues to make it go. Just so she could do selfies as a reptilian Kim Kardashian. While she watches everyone suffer and she's a billionaire. She could easily give everybody in the world $1,000 a month and still have money. Well, at least in America. Well, let's concentrate on my $1,000 a month, right? That's crazy to me. Like, you guys expect that I have to be suffering in every way. Can I at least have something to eat before I die and eat maggots and flames? Fucking Satan, like, gets more than me. Jezebel and Lilith and Antichrist do too. They always do. I always have to suffer. I'm tired of being Mary Magdalene. I feel really bad for the next Mary Magdalene. She's gonna be Satan's new victim and she's gonna hate her life. She really will. It's gonna be hard, girl. I love you. I'll pray for you. And good luck, soldier. You're gonna be heartbroken. You're gonna be grieving. You're gonna be bullied. You're gonna absorb everything. You're gonna be confused. You're gonna be attacked. You're gonna be used because you're light. You're gonna be disappointed. You're gonna be discouraged. You're gonna have doors slammed continually. You're not gonna get opportunity. You're gonna have to watch all the witches just prosper. It's gonna be hard. Once you wake up, everybody's gonna pretend they're death. You're gonna have it hard, girl. You're gonna be alone. You're gonna not have anybody understand you, and you're gonna be talking to the wall like I do. Anyways. So that's why it's so bad.